Hi, welcome to my channel, Math Made Easy with Laurel. I'm Laurel, and in this video we're going to talk about how to find the area under a curve for any normal distribution. In the previous video I talked about a standard normal distribution, and that's a distribution that will have a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. We talked about how we can use the tables to find any area under that curve, either to the left, to the right, or between values. I want you to understand that when you're working with the standard normal distribution, your horizontal axis is Z. You're working with Z scores. But how can we use that for any normal distribution? The question I asked is, let's say we were looking at IQ scores, which are normally distributed, and we know the mean and the standard deviation. And let's say we want to find what percentage of the population, or what's the probability that someone will have an IQ score above or below or between certain values. For example, 110. So if we wanted to know the probability that somebody would have an IQ score less than that or greater, we can easily use our tables by first using a formula to convert 110 to a Z score. So these values, when it's any normal distribution, those are X values. They're not Z values, there's X values. And we use a formula to convert them to Z scores, and then we can use our tables. Let's take a look. This is the formula that we're going to use. The Z score will equal X minus the mean divided by the standard deviation for that particular probability distribution. So in this example here, mean is 100, standard deviation is 15, and my X value is 110. So let's plug those values in to find our Z score. When I do the calculation, I'm going to get 0.666 repeating. My tables only go to 2 decimal places, so I will round it off to 0.67. Now that I have a Z score, I can find the probability by using my tables. First of all, understand that when I'm finding the probability that X is less than 110, it's the same as finding the probability that Z is less than 0.67. So we changed our X score to a Z score. Let's look that up on our table. Let's find the area that corresponds to the Z score 0.67. First of all, we're going to find the row for 0.6, then the column for 0.07. The intersection gives our area 0.7486. We get 0.7486 or 74.86%. Let's do some more examples of converting X scores to Z scores and then using our table to find corresponding areas. All right, we're told the time it takes for a new employee to learn a specific task is known to have a normal distribution with a mean of 30 minutes and a standard deviation of 5 minutes. So it is a normal distribution. We've got a mean of 30 minutes and a standard deviation of 5. In order to find this probability, let's make a sketch. The mean is 30, 18 is to the left, and we're finding less than 18 minutes, so to the left of 18. So I want to find the probability that X is less than 18. So my Z score is found by taking the X value, subtracting the mean, dividing by the standard deviation. So my Z score is negative 2.4. I like making another graph with my standard normal distribution. So my mean is 0. My Z score is negative 2.4. So this was my X, this was my Z, and I'm finding the area to the left. Therefore, the probability of X being less than 18 with my normal distribution will be equivalent to the probability of Z being less than negative 2.4. Let's look that up on the table. Area that corresponds with a Z score of negative 2.4. So let's find negative 2.4 on the left. And it's going to be 0.00 because it's negative 2.40. And let's look at the number that's the intersection of those two lines. Our area and our probability is 0.0082, and here it is as a percent. In our second example, it asks, what's the probability that a new employee will learn the task in more than 41 minutes? Same idea as the last example. Let's make a drawing. There's our mean, 41, and it's more, so we're going to be shading to the right. So we're finding the probability that x is greater than 41. We need to convert 41 to a z-score. Plugging into our formula, 41 is x, 30 is the mean, 5 is the standard deviation, and that's equal to 2.2. Let's make a drawing of our standard curve. 0. Our z-score is 2.2, so this is our x-score, this is our z-score. Again, greater than, so it's to the right. So the probability of x being greater than 41 will be the same as the probability of z being greater than 2.2. Because we're finding the area to the right, and our table gives us the area to the left, it's going to be 1 minus the area to the left. Let's look it up. Let's find the area that corresponds to the z-score of 2.20. First of all, find 2.2 on your left, and then the column we want is 0.00. The intersection of those two lines is the area. So 1 minus 0.9861, which is 0.0139, so 1.39% would be our probability. Last example says, what is the probability that a new employee will learn the task in 28 to 32 minutes? So let's make a drawing of that. Our mean is 30. So 28 is to the left. 32 is to the right. So we want to find this area between 28 and 32. In other words, we want to find the probability that x is between 28 and 32. Starting with 28. So x minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. So the z-score corresponding to 28 is negative 0.4. Z1, Z2 will be 32 minus 30 divided by 5, which will be positive 0.4. So in terms of our standard normal distribution, we're finding the area between negative 0.4 and positive 0.4. Therefore, the probability that x is between 28 and 32 is going to be exactly the same as the probability of z being between negative 0.4 and positive 0.4. Let's look those values up. Let's start with 0.4. It's the larger value that's going to give me the area to the left. Then I'm going to find the area to the left of negative 0.4 and subtract. We're finding the area that corresponds with the z-score 0.4. So find 0.4. The column we want is 0.00. And we want the number that's at the intersection of those two lines, 0.6554. That corresponds to the z-score negative 0.4. So let's first of all find negative 0.4. And the column we want is 0.00. And let's look at the number that's the intersection of those two lines, 0.3446. Those values are here. We're going to subtract. So the probability that a new employee will take 28 to 32 minutes to learn the new task is 0.3108 or 31.08%. So you can be given any normal distribution as long as you're given the mean and standard deviation, and convert your scores to z-scores and then use your tables to find the area. I find it very helpful to take a few minutes to do the drawings, both of the normal distribution and the standard, just so that you can visualize it. Practice doing questions with normal distributions using your tables, And in the next video, I'm going to talk about how you can use Excel to do all the calculations for you. So see you then.